Howdy and welcome to Harris Maker Shop. I'm Jason, the owner of Harris Maker Shop, and the guy in the video that continually gets beat up by shards of resin. Thanks for being here. Today I'm working on a Spalted maple resin casting. This is a fun and painful turning. You'll see I'm wearing a glove in the shaping of the blank itself. Most people would recommend not wearing a glove, and I would too normally if I was just cutting a wood blank. But when you've got resin in there and that stuff comes flying off at 1,000 RPM, it can cut, and it does cut. It may look like there's fluffy strings of fun resin flying all over the place, but in between each that string is pieces of plastic with evil in its heart that wants to cut you, and it does. I want to thank you for clicking on this video. As you can see, this is a new channel. I think we're days old, and we have 3-4 subscribers at the time of the recording. So thanks for clicking in. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy watching this. If you do, at the end of the video, if you feel I deserve it, please give it a like, give it a subscribe. I plan on posting more turnings as I can. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see me turn, please leave a comment. I'd like to hear your feedback, your suggestions, and maybe I'll give it a shot. Okay, I'm going to shut up for now, and I'll let you enjoy some shop sounds. And I may pop back in throughout the video. So enjoy, have fun, and thanks for watching. Hey, it's me, Jason, the guy in the video. You made it to the bowl flip. I really do appreciate you sticking with it this long. If you're liking what you see, feel free to give it a like, give it a subscribe. There's a lot more of this to come. So stick with it, enjoy. And again, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Hey, we'll come on up here in a second or so. You'll see me take off the bowl, and when I return it to the lathe, the bottom of the bowl looks a little bit different. I had to do some repairs, fill some voids, fill some punky wood with some UV, total white UV resin. That stuff's pretty awesome. It works fast. It's strong. It turns easy. Don't try it with a dark pigment. If you do that and you try to hit it with UV, the UV doesn't get to the bottom if it's a deep hole and doesn't cure properly, at least in my experience. So just an FYI, might want to, if you're using UV resin, just use a clear. Yep, taking the bowl back off and more repairs, more fill, and another day. So here you'll see that I start putting on that UV resin, not just to fill gaps, but also to do a resin coat. Um, so far, this has worked out pretty cool on a few bowls. It doesn't take a day to dry. I throw a UV light on it, or if it's sunny outside, I'll put the bowl out in the sun, let it cook for 45 minutes, and then you're good to go to bring it back on the lathe and sand out and level out the resin coat. Yeah, a while back when I said that this wood was a little punky, every time I sand down, I would find a new little spot that needed some attention. So see me take the bowl off the lathe yet again and pick out some punky wood and get that filled uh, so it won't be an issue. So at this point, I've finished all my sanding up from 80 to, I think I went to 600. And then I cleaned everything off, and I'm going to start sanding with micro mesh or sanding pads. Um, they go up to about 3,000. I lost the progression scale on a few of the pads, so not really sure where I ended up, but it was pretty fine. While editing this video, in the background noise, you can hear some sounds like a car driving by 1,000 miles an hour. That's just my shop is in my garage, so you're picking up uh, the sound of cars passing by on the street, and with the speed turned up by 10, I think we're at. It just kind of sounds funny. With the micro mesh sanding pads all taken care of, moving to buffing out the inside of the bowl using the Triple E process. Triple E compound, and they have a diamond compound, and then a Kunuma wax that gives a nice sheen to the inside and does protects it a little bit. With the inside of the bowl taken care of, we've reached another milestone in my turning process is turning that bowl around and taking off that tin. And I want to again thank you all for sticking with me for this long. I think we're about 18 minutes into the video, so thank you very much. If you like what you're seeing, please feel free to give me a like. From what I understand, that helps. Subscribe would be cool. If you have any questions, also please feel free to leave a comment. That punky wood strikes again on the bottom of the bowl. At this point, I take the bowl off and do a little more cleanup on the bottom side and do some more fill. Shocking with the UV Little Boat resin again to the rescue. And then as we come back, you can see I've lasered my maker's mark onto the bottom of the bowl. And we're now just going to clean this up a little bit more and do the UV resin coat on the bottom. With the UV resin applied to the bottom of the bowl, we are just about to the end of this turning process. Just a little bit of buffing on the outside of the bowl to do. So thank you all for watching. Stick to the very end. You'll see some beauty shots. If you think I deserve it, a like would be nice. Subscribe would be cool. And leave a comment if you'd like. All right. See you in the next one. Thank you.